Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks of not being on here. Wow, I'm so happy to be here. So, how are you doing today? Um, Hope you're doing well and you're staying safe and you're enjoying the summer so far. Unfortunately, the summer it's over for some people because I think in some places some people are back to school already and the vacation it's over for some students and maybe for some families. But those of you who have not gone back to school yet, hope you are enjoying the last few days, I should say, of summer, and hope you were able to do all the things you planned out to do with your family, with your loved ones, or even you. Hope you were able to do all that. So, hi, my name is Amem, and I'm here today. We had some technical issues in the past few weeks, but everything is going well, I hope. So today I wanted to continue on where I had stopped the last time I was here. The last time I was here, remember, we are still talking about our DBT series. We're still on the emotion regulation, and today it's all about emotions and physical vulnerability. And so last week I had talked about the PLEASE acronym in DBT. And I had said the PL stands for treating physical illnesses, and the E we had talked about, eating or getting balanced eating, right? So today, still on that acronym of PLEASE that we use in the DBT for regulating emotions or for regulating emotions that overwhelms us. Um, the A stands for avoiding mood altering substances. A lot of times is that basically I would say for people with any mental health disorder, that it is very important to avoid substances that alter mood. One thing about substance or one thing about addictions is that when we become addicted or when we use illegal substances, what it does is that it affects our mood, it affects the way we think, the way we behave, and the way we feel, right? So those are avoiding such substances that affects, that impacts, that alters our mood. Sometimes for some people, some mood altering substance could be alcohol, could be caffeine, could be nicotine, could be medications that are prescribed for other people, and it could be also be illegal drugs as well too. So, especially with people that are high risk for mental health disorder, it is important to avoid substances that alters the mood, that alters the way you behave, the way you react, and the way you think, right? So that's what the A stands for. And then we go over to the S. The S, I'm sure you know what the S stands for. Get enough sleep. Making sure we're sleeping well, and especially now that we're preparing, to get back to the routine, to get back to school, because when it comes fall is all about routine, it's all about that structure, right? And so you want to make sure as a parent that your child, your teen are getting enough sleep, and even you as a parent too, that you're getting enough sleep if you want them to If you want them to function, function right, function properly, if you want them to get the best out of the school year, parents, I think now is the time to start getting your kids back to their routine, to start making sure that they are, getting that enough sleep, you know, and making sure that they are sleeping well, they're getting at least, especially for our teens, for our children, you want to make sure that you're getting at least, 8 hours of sleep so that they are refreshed. I know when it comes to sleep, sleep is a huge, huge, huge problem. And sleep is one of the things that is lack of sleep. Insomnia is one of the things that is very common that I see with most of the teens that I see. Most of even the parents that I see in my practice, it's sleep issues, sleep issues, sleep issues. And we know when we are not sleeping right, it does not only affect our mental health, but it could also lead to some physical illnesses as well too. So for sleep, I know sleep is always a challenge and could be a challenge as a result of, the homework, the assignments, all the activities that the kids have, and as a result of that, they're not able to get to bed on time. They're not sleeping when they're supposed to sleep. Some of the things that, some of the tips that you can implement, will be making sure they are avoiding screen, maybe about 1 hour to 30 minutes before going to bed, and making sure you have like a routine of going to bed. you know that routine needs to be in place, and you want to also make sure that they're getting exposure of daylight, like enough exposure of daylight. And I know with fall coming and with winter coming, it could be hard to get that, but when it comes to that time, we will talk about some strategies in which you can also use to give your child to. I want to even suggest that, especially for our young toddlers, that sometimes they're having naps, naps. Yeah, naps are okay for toddlers, but when it comes to teens, they're having naps. You want to make sure that you want to reduce those naps to at least 30 minutes. You don't want them sleeping you don't want them sleeping 2 hours, 3 hours of nap in the afternoon, and that as a result keeps them awake longer at night. Right, so those are some things you can do. Make sure you're not eating too heavy, close to bedtime, spacing those things, and make sure you're not taking alcohol, caffeine, and all those things. So those are some things that could help, our children, even you as parents, to get that sleep hygiene. And then the last one, which is the E in the PLEASE acronym, is exercise. Exercise, 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 movement. I know in the last in one of our series we talked about movement, the importance of movement. Something as simple as when you look at movement is moving from point A to point B. An example of movement could be dancing, could be jumping, could be swimming, could be walking. Those movements are important. Those movements are important because it releases endorphins, happy endorphins that makes the brain, very excited. So it's important that you, as a parent, you're helping your teen, you're helping your children, and you're also helping yourself as well to get that rest, to get that exercise, because I know you know this, that both mentally and physically, that exercise is important. Exercise is important. There are lots and lots and lots of researches out there that shows the benefit of why you need exercise. Your child needs exercise. Everybody needs exercise. It doesn't matter how many minutes and how long you're doing this, at least a form of movement, a form of exercise, you know. And so you want to make sure that even if you're choosing this exercise, it has to be something that works for you. It has to be something that is okay for your body. So those are the things. So I'm just going to go over again just a summary of what the PLEASE acronym means. The PLEASE is a strategies that is used, is a technique that is used in the DBT for emotional regulation. And so the PL means treats physical illness. The E means making sure you're eating but like balance eating, and then the A means avoiding mood altering substance, and then the S stands for getting enough sleep, and then the E stands for exercise. So making sure you're getting exercise. So that is all that I have for you today. So I implore you, parents, get those things moving. And also on our Facebook page and also on our Instagram page, I have also on our Facebook page and as well on our Instagram, we also have released I have released I posted a 5-day challenge of healthy habits. You know, with school coming and with school starting, we're trying to get back into those healthy habits in which we left at the end of June because of summer, right? In which for some people, you know, they stopped doing those things they were doing before. And so there is a challenge for you there. You just go down there and go, you know, download this 5-day healthy habits challenge and do that with your family. You know, engage them in this amazing challenge and let me know how this, you know, let me know all the, you know, the benefits and how it worked for you and how it worked for your family. So it's on our Facebook page, it's also on our Instagram page as well too. And for those of you on our on LinkedIn, you can find that as well too. Unfortunately, I am not streaming live to Instagram today, but however, I am going to be downloading this video onto Instagram as well too. So go on our Facebook page, share that worksheet, share that challenge for anyone, any family that you know will be interested. And I will see you here next week, and follow us on all our social media, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Social media handle on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on LinkedIn if you're there, on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and also on Facebook. But thank you so much to everyone who makes this Tuesday possible, for always coming out here to support me. Thank you so much. And from me to you, I bid you a good evening. Bye bye.